So, this is a comment from Obisha. It said the 407 coupe appears to be more complex than even the Peugeot RCZ turbo. Um, yeah, it depends. Yeah, on the suspension, the 407 coupe is more complex, especially the rear suspension. That's the shock absorber. Yeah, it's more expensive. In fact, even the 407 V6 saloon and the station wagon or estate, they are it's just more complex, not just expensive. More complex and more expensive um, to repair or replace or fix, especially if you live in Nigeria. You see, it's not even about living in Nigeria. Even the availability. So to even search for it to find, and then you spend, it's going to cost. The last video I mentioned ₦1 million. I think it's going to be way more than that, especially for a coupe V6. It's going to be more than that. So, however, on the RCZ, the engine is more complex than the 407 coupe. What else? Yeah, the engine is more complex. So in that case, it will cost you more to maintain the RCZ engine. At least the petrol, that's that turbo. Turbo has three engines, three petrol engines for the RCZ. So yeah, it's more to cost more to maintain. What else in RCZ that is more expensive or more complex? Um, Aside the engine, thinking. Okay, I can't remember if there's any. I expect there should be, but that engine alone, the gearbox doesn't give that much problem, especially the automatic for the RCZ. The coupe, they do fail, but at least they last longer than the AL4. The one in 4 cylinder engines like EW10A, EW10J4. Alright, so I can't think of any other thing. So it's only one area 47 coupe that is more complex than RCZ or RCZ. Yeah, so but every other thing, the RCZ is more complex. So at the end of the day, RCZ will cost you more to maintain, especially the engine, not even the electrical. It's the engine that will deal with it. That's well, I mean the engine, but either the engine or the engine management. Yeah, that's what I mean. So 407, the engine maintenance cost is not up to, or it's not as high as that of RCZ petrol engine, which are all turbo engines anyway. Okay. If I remember any other thing that makes either of the two more complex, I'll make you guys come back to it. This is from Marshall. From Marshall, he said, "Hi, Mr. Ikenna. I want to purchase suspension spare parts for Peugeot 407 year 2006. I'm in Zimbabwe. I don't know. Don't you guys have spare parts in that country, in Zimbabwe?" So, yes, I'm kind of tired right now. So, anyway, so back to the video. I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, you can buy it online. I mean, any parts you want. If it's not in your country, you can order it online. I hope you are not expecting for me to buy and cheap too. I used to do all those things, but I've stopped. I know some will say, oh, whatever that will make money for you, why not do it? That's stress. What I'm saying is, see, is a question of, oh, these parts are not available online. Then you could now say, okay, it will make sense, because financially it doesn't make sense to start ordering from Nigeria when you can order. It's basically everything you want of 407 we are there. I believe they are online in Europe, in wherever. Unless you are now looking at the cost of shipping from Europe to Zimbabwe than the cost of shipping from Nigeria to Zimbabwe. You have to factor all those things, because I don't see, and you stand a chance of getting more. You have more option of getting. You have option of getting genuine parts online than buying in Nigeria. Nigeria, most of the parts they sell here, there are fewer genuine original parts than lower quality parts. There are parts, there are 407 parts are available in Abuja, in Nigeria, but not every, just very few that are, you could say if you buy it will last for you. I'm talking of new parts. Likewise, used parts, they are available. But 407 parts is not a problem. But it's just order it from us. I don't know, buy it online. It's pointless. You know, I used to do that many years ago, or a few years ago. No, I'll go and buy there sometimes. It's not even in Africa. I've been buying and shipping parts to US, um, Canada, a few European countries. Though mostly 504 and the 505 parts. I was doing that many years ago. Then I also have shipped to other African countries like Kenya. I've done that many times. I'm not sure I really want to keep doing that, because the stress involved, and it's not like no money you could say, but considering the shipping costs, sometimes it will make the prices, the cost of buying those is too high. At the end, I don't even make that much money from it, if at all. I do sometimes. I'll even put in my own money. So I kind of stopped doing that. No, so it's pointless. Just order what you want online. Just because we have it here doesn't mean it's not also other places. Buy what you want. They're available online. Um, but I don't. I'm surprised that you people don't have. If you have the car in Zimbabwe, it means yeah, are you the only one driving it? How do other people get the pass? I'm not sure that it didn't state clearly. Oh, these pass are not available over there. If they are available in your country, why would you leave your country and be ordering from Nigeria? Anyway, so there's something about going back to RCZ versus 407 Coupe. There's something about RCZ that makes it also a little bit high on maintenance costs. Now, the fuel pump, the in tank, the one we call, the RCZ petrol engines, they have two fuel pumps, the in tank or the primary fuel pump, and then the high pressure fuel pump, which is attached on the engine. So the primary fuel pump is inside the tank, which is just the normal fuel pump you get on turbo engines. Or just, your normal fuel pump you have in your other EFI cars before or after the RCZ. So if that one in the tank, we call it in tank, IN hyphen tank. The in tank one, if it fails, or the primary fuel pump, you see that thing that normally you just remove your rear seat or your back seat, and from there you can access the fuel pump. That's not the case. The RCZ. If your fuel pump fails, you are dropping the fuel tank. Oh. To change fuel pump in RCZ, your fuel tank must come down. To me, it was a poor design. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. It seems they couldn't find where they could create the opening on the tank so that you can access it from either from inside the car on the rear seat, because I looked at that rear seat, they no opening at all. So maybe the fuel tank where the fuel pump is didn't get to that place. The rear seat, the rear seat of RCZ is very small. So when you remove the seat, that place is no opening there. So on the floor, no opening. So I was even thinking the last RCZ I work on that, I wish there was something that would make us to remove the fuel tank. Eventually we did, but I was not there. I wasn't the one handling the work at that time, but eventually the fuel pump was the place. So that would have been an opportunity to check where that hole on the fuel tank is facing, so that to know whether it still come out of the rear seat on the floor, under the rear seat, or whether it's coming up, or whether it's facing inside the boot. If I were to have a RCZ tomorrow, if it's either inside the boot or on the rear seat, whichever one, I will create that opening on the floor. I will get a word or whatever, and I will mark it in such a way that I'll be able to open it up. It will have direct access. Unless it's in a bad spot, such a way that even if I create that, I won't have space to be able to remove it without removing the tank. Because removing fuel tank, just to change fuel pump. So that's one of the things you have to consider if you are buying an RCZ. Changing fuel pump. So you have to make sure that you won't have any need to go to that fuel pump anytime soon. So make sure you always put in the original pump so it will last much longer than these other ones you put that will last a year, less than a year or two or so. What else makes RCZ more expensive or more complex than 407 coupe? I mentioned the electricals, mentioned suspension, mentioned the engine. Electricals, I don't see any issue with both cars. As what I mean, both of them, it's basically the same maintenance cost. If anything breaks down. The braking system. The braking system, RCZ, it's not necessarily complex, just cost more. Not all of them, but the one I'm referring to is the RCZR. Yeah, it's more it will cost you more to maintain the RCZ. In fact, let's just say general RCZ will cost, the maintenance cost is higher than 407 coupe. Even though 407 suspension cost is way much higher. But the only thing I would say is if you are driving 407 coupe, VC specifically, it's only VCs that have that variable suspension. So you have to be careful. You have to apply wisdom, like I mentioned. That's what I do. Apply wisdom. You don't intentionally drive the car on bad roads all the time. Potholes and where, or even when you do, you have to be driving slowly so it doesn't weaken them all the time. You don't travel with the car on roads that are very bad. If you must travel with the car, it has to be a smooth road. So if it's a bad road, don't bother. If you have a second car, use that vehicle. I don't know, find another means of transportation to take you to that place and come back. 407 coupe VC suspension, no be beans. That's what we're saying. See, for those who be following me on my YouTube channel, I've made attempts. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Wasted a lot of money trying to find a used one that may work. None. The only two, I was able to get front ones that were okay, but the rear ones didn't work. It was a pure waste of money. They're not easily available. So because of that, I had to put first cylinder one, which also cost some money to do that. It was a conversion. wasn't a plug and play. So and to be honest, I'm not enjoying it as in fact it can be difficult once you've driven a 407 coupe V6 with a good suspension, factory good suspension. Man, you know the difference when you drive you drive a 4-cylinder 407. Whether is there's a 4-cylinder 407 coupe. The difference is there, man. Aye, 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 aye. Oh. So even matter how good the car is, if it's not that V6 shock absorbers, man. That's why I said at the end of the day, I'm just using the standard coupe suspension or shock absorbers with or the strut. That's what I'm using to compare. Forget about that conversion. You won't really enjoy it. I'm just using mine because I was like, let me catch a breath. Before I go back, I'll start all over. You know. Because the ideal thing is just get a new one. And then you still have to spend to configure it. It's not, like I mentioned in the last video, it's not a suspension you just put, boom, boom. You have to configure it, otherwise it won't work. What I mean is, you see the car will go out of shape in terms of height. One side will go up, one side will go down, the other side will stay in the middle. It will mess up the height of the car. You won't stay on it. So it won't be. The four rims will have different heights. Each of the way, it will look horrible. So that's what I'm saying. See, that 407 coupe is not. I don't know. It's expensive in terms of suspension. So you make sure you don't ever have a need to change those shock absorbers. Otherwise, you hear it too. So. So I think that's have answered it. I can't think of any other thing. So if you have any question, post it on the comment section. When I have time, I'll respond to them. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.